Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness, look at us. We made it out of the teens already. How did that happen? All right, we're painting a jellyfish today. This is number 20 of 52 tiny paintings that we're doing. And our monthly theme for May is sea creatures. And you can see these are all different. See this three that have kind of like a halo, I'm going to call it. I just added that afterwards. Didn't put one on this one. I just left it as is, just showing you different options. My granddaughter likes that last one the best, but for the little halo, I just added that at the end, FYI. I didn't say that in the video, so just wanted you to know in case you like that look. But we are just going to have fun. I did these actually very quickly. I overthought the video one because there's just a little nerve-wracking component to making a video, and so I'm not as relaxed always in the videos that I'm doing as I am during my practice. And I would love to say that the one I'm doing in the video is my favorite, but it's not. This one is. This is my favorite of all 5 that I did. But truly, I like all of them, and you can't really go wrong with this. This is a very forgiving painting, perfect if you're just starting with watercolors. My paints that I'm using today, Mei-Liang, I'm using rose red, madder red, and cadmium orange. Okay, so let's start with those, or whatever colors you want. You can just mix colors or take them out of your pan. You can do purples and blues like I did, add some greens. And the beginning shape is going to just very basically be kind of a half circle with a little wobbly edge at the bottom. And then I'm just going to put some water on my brush and I'm just going to fill this in. We're not going to go for puddles or anything. We're just going to have a nice wet base to work with because we're going to do wet on wet. We're actually going to work on a lot of layering in this painting. Let me just show you. No, there's no running water here. You can just see it's just kind of a nice shiny surface that we're going to add our next color to. So that first color was our rose red, very diluted, and then this is going to be our madder red. And with our madder red, I am just going around the edges. This is absolutely a super fun painting to just play. You don't have to go around the edges like I'm doing. You can do whatever you want. But I just am going for a darker edge, and I want a lighter portion in the middle just so it looks kind of like, you can, like there's a light behind the jellyfish when all is said and done. Now everything is still wet and I've added some cadmium orange and there's no system here. I'm just putting it, dotting it in here and there. Again, just intentionally leaving that kind of centerish part light pink. And then we're going to let this dry completely. I actually used my heat gun to help it dry, and you can leave it just like this. I think this is really pretty, the way the colors all bled together. But I'm going to go back into that rose red and add a lot more water to make it a just nice light pink wash. And I'm going to paint it all the way, just the entire thing. I'm just going to paint it again. And I'm not going to try to rub it too much back and forth because I'm not trying to reactivate any of the paint that has already dried in the first layer. I'm just trying to get a nice new layer of wet paint so that we can do another wet on wet. So did you see? Wet on wet to start, and now we're doing wet on dry, and then we're going to do wet on wet here again. So that is now all nicely covered again with just that really light pink wash. And I'm just kind of zhuzhing up the edges there. And I'm going to dip into the madder red again and do the same thing I did before, which is go all the way around. You don't have to. You can just do the bottom if you want. You can just do one side if you want. It's just, I'm working on getting a nice saturated look to my jellyfish when all is said and done. So you saw that first layer, it dried very lightly because that's what watercolors do. They dry lighter than when we see them when we first put the paint on the paper. And again, intentionally leaving this lighter area here in the center. And we're going to let this dry completely. Again, you can determine, is this good? Is this good enough for you? I don't know. I have only got water on my brush now. I didn't want to add any more color to our jellyfish for this portion. And so I'm just taking a nice little bit of water on my brush. Again, no puddles are going to be happening. I'll show you here in a little bit what it looks like once I've got this all covered with just water. And by the way, I'm using a size 6 brush so far. And here, see how shimmery that is? Just a nice little base that we can now go back into the madder red so that I can get even more of a dark edge on my jellyfish. And notice too, when I darken up the edges, there's a nicer contrast and it kind of makes that light pink and light orange look even lighter, the darker that I make the edges. So maybe it's just like a trompe l'oeil thing where it's, fooling my eye, but either way, just going for that translucent look that I think jellyfish have. I don't know much about them. I have to tell you, my granddaughter was looking at my practice pieces and she liked the same one that I showed you that I liked. And she said she likes the bell on that one the best. And I was like, the bell? And she said, yeah, that's what they're called. Oh my goodness, she knows more than I do in most things animals. Anyway, okay, so there we go. Do you see how that's coming together here? And you can keep going as many layers as you want, but I'm going to let this one dry. That is going to be my final layer on the bell. And then we're going to move into the oral arms and the tentacles. Yes, I learned that all today. Now, I'm pointing at these. I just did my rose red and I added a bunch of water so it's a nice light color, and I'm doing the same with the cadmium orange. Just going to add some water to that and just dilute it so that we have a nice kind of pale background to start with for our oral arms. And yeah, I never knew that jellyfish had oral arms. Anyway, again, the bell portion is completely dry, and so now we're just going to come in. I'm going to start with the diluted rose red, and I'm just going to, again, with my size 6 brush, just kind of make a squiggly line. And these are kind of like, I call them like the mushy parts because the tentacles are going to be more defined. This is just kind of the jelly mushy parts in my, unprofessional opinion. All right, adding the orange as well, the diluted orange. Kind of wish I would have stopped there, not gonna lie, but I didn't. And so I'm just kind of judging things around. And I decided that I wanted to add a little bit more, and then I kind of go through a little portion here where I'm like, I really don't like it at all. So then I took some water and just try to blend it so it's a nice, just kind of blended background for the tentacles that I will add in a little bit. But I thought those colors were just a little too faint, and so I'm adding a little bit of the cadmium orange that is undiluted, and I'm going to add to it the rose red that is less diluted, and just kind of mix those together right on the paper. And I end up liking this. It's great. I mean, look at, you can't go wrong. Oh, by the way, after I painted this, I thought, I should probably have looked to see how many tentacles a jellyfish has. And, I thought, oh, great, I'm going to have to do it over because it's probably like an octopus. There's 8, right? No. It said 4 to 8, sometimes hundreds up to 1,200. So again, we are not going to make a mistake on this because you really just can't. All right, now that is completely dry, and I've got my rose red undiluted, and I'm just going to start adding the tentacles. I have switched brushes to a size 0. You definitely don't need that small of a brush if you don't have it. You could use a 2, or actually you could just use your 6 if that's what you started with like I did, and just use the tip of it. But I had a 0 right here, so I went ahead and went for it. But do you see? You can just kind of imagine the water swishing it in one direction, but I like the idea of jellyfish kind of just going, all different directions. And so that's what I'm doing with the tentacles. Maybe just think more like soft and organic and not symmetrical. I'm rarely looking for symmetrical. So if yours looks all wonky, congratulations, then it's already looking more natural. I've had a handful of you thank me for helping you to let go of perfectionism and just encouraging you to just let go of the urge to control everything. And I hope that you all will appreciate that at some point and not get mad at me for being so wonky. Although, if anybody's mad at me for being wonky, they've probably moved on by now. Okay, this is all dry, and I've got my white jelly roll pen, got my size 10 back, and I'm just going to scratch in some lines here just to kind of go with the shape of the bell. And you can see, again, nothing precise happening here, folks. And then I'm just going to add some little lines here and there. I did not study the jellyfish. Like, I rarely study any animal, but it just needed some white lines here, I thought. And there might not be any lines in a jellyfish. It might be completely smooth. I don't know. But this is, maybe I'm mistaking it for a mushroom because it kind of looks like a mushroom. But okay, now I'm going around the entire thing. But if you can see, I'm kind of leaving red on the outside of the white pen, just because if I did the white on the outside, it's just going to look like the paper, right? So that's why I did it that way. And then just going to add some squiggly white lines that are pretty subtle, but you can see they make a difference. And I like the difference that they make. Okay, just, oh, yep, a couple more lines here and there, just because sometimes Carrie cannot help herself. But look at that. Look at the light in the middle, kind of where I left that pink and orange lighter. I'm loving it. Now you could add a blue background, but as you saw in all the practice pieces, I'm just splattering, and I could have left it right there, couldn't I have? Got the orange here, but I'm like, maybe a little more. And then I'm like, well, we need some pink too. And so I put some pink and thought that was maybe a little too light. And so then I'm like, yeah, let's do more. And then I was like, oh, that's not what I was going for. And that's okay. It happens. And I could have left it, but I didn't. And so I just grabbed a tissue, and I'm just, that one little spot right there was a little too big, a little too dark. So I'm just dabbing it and then letting everything dry. And I end up really liking our final piece. And so I'm going to call it good. We're going to sign it and number it. And I can't believe we're in 20 out of 52 already. I hope you have fun with this. I hope you have time to do several of these, because truly these were so fun. And each one ends up being so unique and loose and fun and whimsical and just cheerful. So I hope you find the same. Hope you'll post in the community. And either way, we'll see you next Tuesday.